LaMelo Ball is always in the spotlight both on and off the court. So much that Steph Curry called this kid a superstar. But there are much more things being said about him. Here's what NBA players think about LaMelo Ball. Let's start with LeBron James. In 2021, after the Lakers win over the Hornets, LeBron James praised LaMelo Ball and said,
damn good to be his age. His speed, his quickness, his ability to, make shots at all facets, in the paint, floaters, threes. He has a 3-tier already, and he's going to only get better. Every game is a learning experience for him. He's going to get better and better, as the season goes on, as his career goes on, and so on and so on. So him and Zoe are two just very unique players in our league, and they showcase that every night.
That's ridiculous, because it's not something that everyone gets. The chance to receive praise from one of the most dominant players in NBA history. Similarly, only some get the opportunity to receive praise from one of the greatest shooters in history. After the loss to Orlando Magic in 2021, North Carolina native Steph Curry said in a Zoom call,
I think that's a huge benefit because you don't really put too much pressure on yourself because you're able to create and get the ball at the right spot and let the talented guys around you shine and make them better. And that's what a good point guard does. So he looks pretty comfortable for a rookie, out there and playing well. I feel like he's getting better, which that's the trend you want to be on.
But this wasn't Steph's first comment about LaMelo. Curry was aware of LaMelo's presence even back when LaMelo was in high school. Do you know how? Well, stealing Steph's heart is relatively easy. You cook delicious meals like Aisha does, or make ridiculous long-distance shots. And, of course, LaMelo did the latter.
That right there was pretty unbelievable, though.
It's incredible that one of the greatest defenders in history was describing LaMelo as a challenging player to defend. Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green shared a story about his mother and LaMelo Ball during his appearance on First Take in 2021.
Had a chance to really see LaMelo play much. Obviously, he was in Australia. And as I've watched him play, my goodness, I texted my mom not long ago. I said, Mom?
And Draymond didn't just share this with his mother alone. He also expressed his opinion about it on Twitter. The part that impressed the NBA champion the most was LaMelo's speed and energy. The 4-time All-Star said,
he's super fast, which I had no clue he's fast and downhill like that. He's extremely smart. He don't even know how to play the NBA game yet. He just out there playing, he like a little kid in the candy store.
And not only Green, but Donovan Mitchell also gives Melo respect.
He's very talented. He can do many different things. He's the real deal. And I'm very impressed with him.
Man, this kid knows very well how to impress people. For example, during the 2022-2023 season's crucial matchup against the Brooklyn Nets, LaMelo Ball showcased his talent by scoring 33 points and sinking 7 3-pointers to secure the victory. And Kyrie Irving didn't overlook this impressive performance and expressed his admiration for Ball during the post-game press conference.
He just has to bring it every single time against the best, and I feel like he's been doing that lately. Obviously, he's done it in his short career, but against the good teams, the great teams in this league, you really want to see him show that poise, show his talent.
LeBron, Steph, and Kyrie, all the great players are saying the same thing about this young man. On top of that, Maverick star player Luka Doncic also shares similar thoughts about him.
My advice, enjoy the game, Not everybody can play in the NBA. Just enjoy the game, and I know some nights going to be tough, like today for us. But, just keep going, have fun every game.
I don't know if you noticed this, but guys around the league are saying good things about Melo, as they said about Luka and Tatum before that. So, LaMelo has the potential to reach the same level of success as Luka and Tatum. Indeed, LaMelo won the Rookie of the Year award, just like Luka Doncic did. However, this award sparked many controversies regarding him, because LaMelo Ball won the Rookie of the Year award over Anthony Edwards. And according to Kendrick Perkins, Anthony Edwards was far better than LaMelo.
Anthony Edwards is generational.
Yep.
Anthony Edwards should have won Rookie of the Year. And I'm a LaMelo Ball fan.
We both are.
But he's no Anthony Edwards. And I think really...
So, ESPN's Kendrick Perkins believes there's a gap between the two young stars. However, when asked about LaMelo, Anthony Edwards has positive thoughts about him.
Melo, my boy, I don't, being out missing games on anybody. I wish he was playing right now. You know what I'm saying? If he was a Rookie of the Year, if he was going to win it, then, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for him. I can't knock somebody because they hurt. When he was playing, he deserved it. You know what I'm saying? They was winning. He was playing good. And like I said, that's my boy. So I always want to see people in my draft class do good and succeed. So, because they said how bad our draft class was. So
receiving praise, even from a rival, is truly incredible. However, I must also mention that just because Kendrick Perkins admires Anthony Edwards doesn't mean he has negative thoughts about LaMelo. Kendrick Perkins has very positive comments about LaMelo as well. Just keep watching. We'll get to him soon. Now, let's see what his teammates have to say about him. Let's start with Terry Rozier. According to Terry Rozier, this kid is a total basketball enthusiast. He's also quite hopeful about him.
I never really seen how happy a rookie is. I've never seen a rookie as happy as him. And he's young, but he keeps getting better every day. So is the other rookies. He wants to learn, and he's just a great guy to have around.
And like Rozier, LaMelo's former teammate Bismack Biyombo is also aware of the different skills that LaMelo possesses.
He'll be a great player because for him to be able to do what he does without a deeper understanding of the NBA, I think it speaks a lot about him. But obviously, he's always open to learn. He asks a lot of questions. I think that's really good for a rookie.
Besides Terry and Biyombo, Hayward is among those impressed by him. However, LaMelo has not only influenced Hayward with his game, but also with his physical attributes. Do you know why? Because Hayward thought he was shorter than he is.
Can really play make for others, can really get others involved as well as score for himself. But he seems like he's just got a good natural feel for the game, can do a little bit of everything. Like I said, the height really helps with that. He's able to see over the defense and have that vision.
By the way, have you noticed how the energy of the Hornets players rise when talking about LaMelo? This is something that deserves attention because some young players make headlines more for their mistakes rather than their maturity. Zion Williamson. However, LaMelo is the kind of player everyone will want as a teammate. He shows respect to the veterans on the team and warmly embraces and shows compassion to the newcomers. And the Hornets' second overall pick, Brandon Miller, knows this well. LaMelo is so good that he immediately called up the newly drafted Brandon Miller to congratulate him.
Hey, bro, hey, what up, D?
You have LaMelo Ball's playmaking. I think him being a playmaking lead, a shot maker, I think that kind of fits well. And not just that, how we take pride on the defensive side. I feel like we can really lock in and get the stops that we need just to win ball games.
Also, while speaking with the media, Miller gave his thoughts on his new teammate, saying he and Ball had already connected at his workout.
LaMelo, man, that's definitely one of the guys. He made me feel like a little brother away from home. So I feel like our bond would get closer over due to the past time. I feel like we're always going to be together. If not, I'm probably somewhere around him. Seeing him at my workout is kind of not a dream, but it's a dream come true to see all the top guys watch you work out.
By the way, if Ball and Miller can develop chemistry, the Hornets hope that they can be a dynamic duo to help bring the franchise back to relevance. Anyway, Terry Rozier's, Biyombo's, and Hayward's comments are important because who would know LaMelo better than his teammates? Wait. Let's remember that LaMelo has a brother playing in the NBA. Of course, Lonzo's the person who has the most insight and knowledge about LaMelo. Let's take a look at what he thinks about his brother.
Like I said, it's a long year. I haven't really talked to him as much as I have in the past just because we're playing pretty much every other day. He got a game, I got a game. So it's not too much communication going on like that. But when I do talk to him, it's all love. And, I'm here for him all the time. And he knows that.
What a beautiful brotherhood bond. However, a black cat is trying to come between Lonzo and LaMelo. Do you know who this black cat is? Veteran player Paul George. In a YouTube podcast where Paul George was speaking, he was asked about the most talented players in the league according to him.
I'm gonna go with LaMelo. LaMelo, it's a split. I'm gonna go LaMelo and Lonzo.
Whoa, why you couldn't just say it by himself? Why you had to split him? He was there, he was cool by himself when you said him.
Up until now, everything has been expected. Both LaMelo and Lonzo are genuinely talented. However, regarding comparisons, Paul George doesn't show mercy to LaMelo Ball.
Both of them have
Shout
pure
out to the Ball
talent. Actually, I would say Lonzo more pure talent than LaMelo.
I take it either way.
Why?
They both Ball brothers.
I don't agree with you.
What can't Lonzo do?
Shoot.
He shot 40%.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
what his brother
compared to
shoot?
LaMelo, well, first of all, Lonzo
shot
doesn't even
40
play basketball, so you have to be you have to be. Injuries is a thing, so the guy hasn't even been on the court in a while.
He hasn't been, but we're going off of the talent that he is.
Even though Paul George says he can't defend LaMelo, let's give him credit. Because, after all, LaMelo comes to mind first when talking about the most talented point guards, which is quite significant. By the way, what kind of point guard is LaMelo really? Let's ask Gilbert Arenas and find out.
LaMelo is more like the Jason Kidd type, flashy, look in the pass. I mean, he can shoot a lot better, can score a lot better. But when you give him other good players, you gotta remember, he has no one right now. Like Bridges and all, yeah, they're good because he can get them the ball. But what happens when you can put him around players who can go get it themselves also? Now he becomes harder to guard, and because his IQ is high, that his game just jumps. Like he will go from, okay, to MVP candidate because he's.
Gilbert Arenas compares LaMelo to Jason Kidd, while Kendrick Perkins raises the bar a bit higher. According to Perk, he's like Magic Johnson.
Look at this guy. It's about time that the head coach gave him the keys to the car because he's been ready for this moment. He is showtime. He possibly has the potential to be the face of the NBA in a couple of years. He is a baby Magic Johnson in the making. I cannot wait for fans to all the way be able to come back to arenas because it is going to be sellout crowds down there in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Unsurprisingly, Kendrick compares him to one of the best point guards of the 90s because, according to Steve Kerr, LaMelo Ball has an old-school point guard mentality. In a pregame video conference with reporters, Kerr said,
"He's got an old-school bent to his game in terms of throwing the ball ahead. He's not a modern sort of ball-dominant guy who's going to, run pick and roll every single play. He likes to get the ball out of his hands and get it into the hands of his teammates ahead."
And not only the Warriors coach, but also Kevin Garnett called his style old school. During an episode of KG Certified, former champion and league MVP said,
LaMelo has like an old school kind of he moves the ball. He has a high IQ. He kind of feels like that old school feel to him.
Oh, he got that fabric. He's made their team more selfish.
That's high praise from one of the game's all-time greats. Not everyone can handle maintaining charisma off the court, but LaMelo excels at it. And that's why Melo is a unique name for the NBA, according to Tracy McGrady.
If LaMelo Ball can get to La La Land, because I think he's built for that.
Yes.
Like, he has that personality, that moxie. Like, he's built for that. I think he can be that face. But
also, according to a joint statement from the NBA and the Players Association, Charlotte Hornets star LaMelo Ball's jersey have been recorded as the 11th best-selling 2022-2023 season. Jeez, it's incredible to receive such high praise and be excessively popular at just 22 years old. However, let's pause for a moment and think. Are these always positive situations? I don't think so, because this dude has been under the spotlight since a young age, with high expectations placed upon him due to his talent and family background. Handling expectations can be challenging, especially for a young player in the NBA. But I have to say that LaMelo has shown a commendable ability to handle these pressures and rise to the occasion. He maintains a level-headed approach, focusing on his growth and development rather than getting overwhelmed by external expectations. By staying grounded and staying true to his game, LaMelo has been able to navigate the high expectations placed upon him and continue to perform at a high level. And this resilience and maturity in handling expectations are valuable traits contributing to his success on and off the court. Now, what do you think about this young star? Does he genuinely deserve all these praises, or is he perhaps overrated? Now, if you enjoy videos like this one, make sure to click the video on the screen now.